maybe they got some anti-Semitic tendency.
You don't need to like look at all the other stuff and try to read between the lines. There's nothing to read there. You guys are looking for context where there is no context. We told you what happened. We were up front with you, so why are you breaking it down? Stop adding context to the things we're saying.
What can I say?
It's really not that different at all. There's a million other platforms Anisa could use. She could go work a real job just like you've suggested.
Right? What's wrong with just getting a real job? She doesn't have to do OnlyFans. I have two. She can't get one?
Job. She tweets, here's the horrible messages AB is referring to. It's Anisa saying, hi Olivia. I know things have gotten really messy, but I'm too old to allow a man to bully women the way Ethan is. The only thing I care about after everything I've gone through is protecting women, including myself and you. Listen to how manipulative this is.
Yeah, it is manipulative as fuck. It's the same energy as the guy going, I don't want to do this. I don't want to hit you, but you make me do it. It's the only way I can keep you in check, sweetie. If you behave the way you're supposed to, if you were a better woman, I wouldn't have to beat you. I wouldn't have to hit you. I'm not trying to beat you. I hit you because you need it. You need that discipline. No other guy's going to give you that discipline and help you become a better person. I do it because I care. Why won't you let me love you the way I want to love you? So we got iDubbbz and Anisa. I've been trying to space out my iDubbbz and crew content so that my channel is not just, that's another thing when I'm editing these VODs, I have to like kind of space out the iDubbbz and Anisa stuff so my channel is not just looking like I only cover them, but goddamn, they are the gift that won't, they are the hit that won't quit hitting. So I just got to keep going with it. Get the video game sound off. And new Willie Mac show. We love Willie Mac show here. So most evil couple has hit a new low. I don't know if I'd call them evil, but they're definitely LOLcows and idiots. But break it down for us, Willie Mac show. Get us caught up. What's going on?
Video titled Coming Clean, where he doesn't come clean about anything. He just chooses to respond to obvious trolls. And even with that in mind, in the clips he replies to, he still looks bad. And then Ian...
Yeah, the whole thing was... Oh shit, how am I got a collectible I haven't found yet? Yeah, the whole thing was just like a fucking advertisement for Kino Casino. So many people learned about Kino Casino from this. And they probably got a bunch of new fans off the back of his trying to debunk them. It's great. It's great. I didn't even know about Kino, how good Kino Casino was. Like, I'd heard about them and I'd seen a clip here and there, but I'd never actually like sat down and watched one of their podcasts. And well, after Ian highlighted them on his own video trying to fight back against them, well, it made me want to go watch one of their podcasts. You know what? Guys are funny. It's a good podcast. They're more than just a bunch of good clip moments, man. Those guys are funny. They're worth a follow.
Goes on a podcast with a therapist and gets extremely real with him, which is a profoundly stupid idea. He of all people should know better than to go on a therapist's podcast and vent about his very real problems on a public forum like that, because people will use that information against him.
If you're going to be a hater-ass bitch, take it the full way. Take responsibility for having the opinion that crying online is pathetic and weak.
What makes it pathetic is you spend 2 whole videos concern trolling Ethan, siding with people going after his wife, his family, encouraging false CPS calls. Like, yeah, you cried on camera, but you were...
Yeah, it's the hypocrisy. It's like anything, like you can almost take bets now that anything iDubbbz is going to criticize Ethan for, a week or 2 later, he's going to do himself. Like, it's almost like he's predicting the future for us.
We're really just projecting about how it's affected you.
It's really hard to be a couple online and see people attacking your partner.
There is the fat one and his cohort who are listening to Anisa describe, like, essentially having a hard time online, seeing people mock and make fun of her dad with Alzheimer's.
They were laughing at my dad for getting sick on some of these forums.
What did you think? What did you think? Because you shared it online?
Yeah.
I mean, like, that's what people are gonna do because they want to get a reaction out of you. This is how the internet works. It shouldn't be, but that's how it is.
The whole time, he is not saying that...
Yeah, all he does is keep highlighting how this guy is right. I mean, he's right. You did it to garner sympathy, and people should feel bad for you, and that's not the way the internet should work. But should land and reality don't line up. I mean... Everyone knows how the internet works, or should. At least you used to, Ian.
He is a perpetrator of bullying her. What he's saying is that other people are doing that. But he is doing it actively.
Yes, he's concerned trolling you. Many of these people are, but are we supposed to feel bad after what you've done? You've asked
No.
for this. Creator Clash's most viral fighter dad is talking about how he's broke and has been asking Ian to box him at a Misfits event. It's a
Yeah, he put out a new video too, kind of parodying iDubbbz old video where he was calling out Rice Gum and saying, "You're hiding from me." So Dad makes a video called "You're Hiding from Me" and just basically says the same thing that he said about Rice Gum, where he was like, "You talked all that shit and said you wanted to box. I said let's box, and now you're avoiding me and blocking me."
natural storyline. They could both get a bag and make up some of the money they've lost from Creator Clash, but Ian's having none of it.
Yeah, it's a great idea too. It would probably make more money than Creator Clash 2 and 3 combined. which means it would make any money because those made negative money. But it's a fight that people want to see because the beef is real and natural and not fabricated. People believe that these two people would want to fight, which make it interesting.
Just calling Dad names.
Don't want to give him my attention in general. Like, I think he's been an asshole. So
That is wild to call Dad an asshole. That is one of the nicest guys. Even in his call-out videos where he's mad about you, the dude refuses to use profanity. He's so nice and rational about literally everything. Dad has got to be one of the most wholesome guys in this entire fucking drama. To call him the asshole is wild.
oh, fuck him.
Ian followed up this terrible video by doing a live stream responding to his boxing coach, where he calls Michael and his wife liars while lying the whole time.
For some reason, this stupid fucking loser and his dumb as rocks wife decided to go on the H3 podcast. They already spilled their guts. They were getting paid like $5,000 to go on this podcast.
They didn't go on there knowing they would receive $5,000. Ethan offered it to them when they complained about not receiving.
No, that was scripted. That was part of the bit, Willie. You don't understand. This was all talked about beforehand. They were doing a bit. They were paid to make fun of him. Which means all of their criticisms are invalid. Which, even if they were paid to make fun of him, you still had someone willing to be paid to make fun of you. And they looked as if they enjoyed themselves doing it. Secondly, who cares if they were paid? Were they saying anything that wasn't accurate? And seeing as how you didn't debunk anything they said, you just kind of called them out for saying it. I'm guessing not. I'm guessing they were being honest. So they got paid $5,000 to be honest, which isn't even accurate. That's not what happened. But if I want to believe they got paid to go on there, they got paid to go on there and tell the truth.
Receiving a bonus from you and hearing about how Kate fights to end child brides in her free time.
I want to say here that I, the capitalist, will once again be ponying up for the right cause. It is not right that he stiffed you guys. I'm going to be sending you guys $5,000 for the bonus that you never got.
Whoa.
Oh my God. Because he should have never f***ed you guys.
And if you think Ian's video is bad, wait till you see his live stream. I watched all 6 hours. It's him constantly playing.
God, see, that's what I want to do, is be able to watch all 6 hours of it, suffer through all 6 hours of it to be able to, grab clips that most people aren't using, or to make some good content out of it. But Willie beat me to it, so that's why we're here.
Victim and acting stupid.
Let me throw you a curveball here. Anisa, semicolon. Anti-Semitic?
This shit's crazy. I cannot believe, it is so fucking gross. So gross. Why? Why would you ever say that?
Because Anisa was calling Ethan inbred, and you posed with a swastika sword.
Yes, it's pretty obvious.
Everyone's silent.
Notice how he doesn't debunk anything that's said or try to, actually refute any of it. It's just, why would you say... He makes it sound like the stuff they're saying is crazy without debunking it and showing you why it's crazy. Just, that's crazy, guys. Why would you do this?
That's not a fucking funny joke.
Every video is silent if you have it paused. I'm not kidding. The second he unpauses it, everyone laughs.
Jewish.
I got you. I would say, probably in a way.
How insane is that? This guy, I think that's what $5,000 can do to a broke bitch.
At this point in the stream, they weren't even offered money yet. I hate...
They weren't even offered the money yet. No, but they were offered it before the stream. Remember, it's all scripted, guys. That's I swear, iDubbbz and Anisa are going for the fucking crown. They are trying to take that self-owning crown from Denims.
To break it to you, but if you pose with a swastika sword, defend ranking Ethan as Jewish brand hummus on an Arab tier list, and your wife is echoing Hassan calling Jews inbred, some people might start thinking, these guys are a bit ain't.
No, you have to believe what we say, not our actions. Stop looking at all the things we do and adding them up and putting them together to create a narrative. You're just creating a narrative, Willie. You know how you know I'm not anti-Semitic, and Hassan and Denims and all of us aren't a bunch of Jew haters? Because we told you we weren't. Come on, guy.
Anti-Semitic. Maybe they got some anti-Semitic tendency.
You don't need to look at all the other stuff and try to read between the lines. There's nothing to read there. You guys are looking for context where there is no context. We told you what happened. We were up front with you, so why are you breaking it down? Stop adding context to the things we're saying.
Go to the old city so I can get my fucking shit pushed in by some of the most inbred fundamentalist hicks.
Genuinely, all of the most hateful rhetoric is coming from Ian and Anisa and all their weird orbiters. Anisa is interacting with a guy who looks like Millhouse, and he just runs streams calling AB and Uncle Tom, saying he's not a real Arab.
You work for a fucking Zionist who fucking spews Israeli propaganda day in and day out. You are an insult to Arabs, you piece of shit. You little fucking dog. You little weakling. You betrayed your fucking people, bro. And we gave you so much fucking grace.
They are just being racist towards AB because his boss has ever so slightly different opinions on the Middle East. What's hilarious is Anisa does OnlyFans, whose CEO has donated over $11 million to a pro-Israel group. But Anisa...
Yeah, I feel like the other thing that doesn't get called out enough is, you guys, stream on Twitch. Most of you get your money from Twitch, which is owned by Amazon, which also gives a ton of money. If we really want to look into the politics of it, which first of all I don't give a fuck about, but if that's the standard we're setting, Amazon not only gives a fuck ton of money to the US government in taxes, you guys got to pay tax on all this stuff, and the taxes give a fuck ton of money to Israel, but Amazon itself is on the list of companies that donate to Israel and are, you're not supposed to do business with. Amazon's on that list. A list that they themselves have referenced on stream. Amazon's on that list. OnlyFans is on that list. Dr. Pepper's on that list. Coca-Cola's on that list. He drinks Dr. Pepper on stream. All of these companies you preach about being bad because they're on the list are the same companies you do business with. But they don't get called on any of it.
Anisa gets no smoke. It's only AB. They twist themselves into pretzels trying to get out of it.
I mean, you can make the point that the CEOs, the OnlyFans CEO funding the ADL, they're funding politicians to make them pro-Israel. But obviously, it's different.
God, look at the way you downplayed it. Yeah, it's no big deal if our companies do it, guys. But the companies that they work with when they do it, oh bad. Why is it different? Why is it different exactly?
Working for a corporation that supports that's how she makes her living, bro.
No, it's not like working for that corporation. She's not contracted. She has a choice. It's not like she couldn't work for those. And also, you've told people to quit their jobs when they work for one of those companies. People who don't make nearly as much money as you people do and have less options. You've criticized other creators and told them to quit before. So why can't she quit? Why can't she quit doing OnlyFans? Why can't she go to Fansly? That one actually sponsored one of the creator clashes. There's the Hub. There's a ton of other places she could go to do that kind of content. Why does she have to do OnlyFans? And why is she not expected to quit? It's the insane amount of rules for thee and not for me is what drives me insane. And they still act like everything Ethan and his crew does is bad, and they never get criticized for anything. The amount of plot armor their fucking community gives them is infuriating.
What can I say?
It's really not that different at all. There's a million other platforms Anisa could use. She could
go
work a real job just like you've suggested.
Right? What's wrong with just getting a real job? She doesn't have to do OnlyFans. I have 2. She can't get 1?
For AB, they're acting like there's some sort of nuance there when there isn't. I'm sitting here watching hours of streams, fact-checking every outrageous claim that's made. It takes forever to sift through all this information. I'm sure many of you at work meetings or university lectures know what that's like. That's where Plod Note comes in. With a single press of a...
Ah, damn. Got me with the plug. All right, well, we're freebooting this content, so we might as well watch his ad. Besides, I gotta look up how to get to this mine. It's the only thing on the map I can't figure out how to get to, so... We'll do that while he reads an ad. Y'all enjoy his ad read.
The button, it captures everything. Audio, your thoughts in the moment. The app generates transcripts, summaries, chapters, even mind maps, so you can easily revisit exactly what you need. And if you need to review things on a bigger screen, just log into the Plod web platform and all your content is right there. They have this feature called Ask Plod, and you can instantly search, brainstorm some great ideas, and even create action items for your whole team, all while AI has contextual knowledge of your work. It's ridiculously small. It's about the size of a credit card, so it could fit right in your wallet or the back of your phone, and it's reliable, with the battery lasting up to 30 hours of continuous recording or lasting 60 days on standby. So you don't have to worry about it dying halfway through something important, which really comes in handy if you have back-to-back meetings. Everything is summarized, and if you're looking for something specific, the transcript is right there. For me, this is the definition of working smarter, not harder. So join the over 100,000 people already using Plod and go to plod.ai/WillyMac and use code WillyMac to get a special discount. Thank you, Plod, for sponsoring this video. So where were we? Ah, yes, these...
Okay, I need to go about 200 meters southeast of the map marker, just southwest of a safe house. So kind of between this safe house, because there's the map marker, there's a safe house. So it'll be right here. Can't get there. Through, damn it. Let's zoom in. So this area. No. Can't. All right, let's travel here first. Through an open wall doorway. I'm not sure what that means. You guys could take a fucking screenshot of it? Yeah, just show me where it is on the map. Find the doorway. Okay, there's a screenshot. From the mine marker, head about 200 meters southeast. Look for that. Okay. Open wall doorway. Slightly southwest of the safe house. Okay, I'm gonna keep this pulled up so I can see the screenshot while I'm gaming, and we'll get back to this now that his ad read's over. All right, sorry about that. Continue, Willie.
These people being the most unself-aware individuals on the internet. Millhouse in particular cracks me up because his racism is so prevalent. He goes after AB for not being Arab enough, but then he defends Anisa.
You betrayed your people, bro. And we gave you so much grace. AB, is that what you want? You want war with your own people? You gonna get it, buddy.
Man, Anisa's half Lebanese.
The fuck does that mean?
Is doing a lot of heavy lifting here. Meanwhile,
there it is. Jesus, it was right there. Okay, I can close that screenshot now. Thanks, Google.
AB being half Arab, traitor. Like, what is happening? Is he gatekeeping, advocating for Palestine? Didn't AB raise over $100,000 for Palestinian children? Did we just discover Arab Nick Fuentes? AB
No. If you're against him, you're against your whole race, your people. Which, first of all, I'm not on board with that. They're your people because they're from the same place as you, or they're the same race as you. That's just because we have the same genetic background doesn't mean that we're on the same side, homie.
recently did a segment on Anisa and Ian, saying she's been
I mean, do you know how many times I've been called a race traitor? My wife too. So whatever. I don't get on board with the, well, we're this race, so we got to stick together bullshit.
Pressuring him and Olivia to quit the H3 podcast.
Directly blackmail? I don't fucking know. But it's like, leave your job, or we're going to talk shit about you, and you can't respond. You can't respond to it. You just got to
Even if you leave your job, they're not satisfied. Because Olivia left to take a mental health break because they were literally driving her insane and scaring the shit out of her. And then they talk shit about her because she left. So it's, you need to leave, get called out, leave, and then get called, and then get made fun of for leaving. there's no winning with these people. They don't deserve the same air as you. Like, you shouldn't give them a single inch. Like, you shouldn't bend the knee to anything that they want or try to appease them at all, because fuck them. There's nothing they do is in good faith. Nothing. It'll get worse because they'll know that they can get you. Yeah, exactly. All you're doing is showing them weakness, and if you show them weakness, they will fucking pounce on it. Because they proved that with Olivia leaving.
Take it. So I don't know what that is.
By the way, they wouldn't do that. Like, to think that iDubbbz and Anisa would like leak private messages between them and AB or speaks volumes of like how little AB knows them.
And then, as if it's an act of God to always prove these people wrong, Anisa immediately posts on Twitter proof that she's been pressuring Olivia, who works for Ethan, to quit her job.
Which that screenshot in and of itself was sus, because then she censors out the recipient's name and picture, so you just have to take her word that it was actually with Olivia, because why wouldn't you show that? If you're leaking who the conversation's with, and there's only 2 people in the conversation, why are you censoring the identities of the people in the conversation? It makes no fucking sense.
Job. She tweets, "Here's the horrible messages AB is referring to." It's Anisa saying, "Hi Olivia. I know things have gotten really messy, but I'm too old to allow a man to bully women the way Ethan is. The only thing I care about after everything I've gone through is protecting women, including myself and you. Listen to how manipulative this is. I know you're in an abusive, toxic situation, and I love and care about you as a person, but I have to set a boundary for both of our sake. I hope one day you see that it's out of real care and love. When I saw you chiming in, it did hurt me. I hope you understand, and I hope you put yourself and women everywhere first. You're a smart girl. You just have to believe in yourself." What an unhinged...
Yeah, it is manipulative as fuck. It's the same energy as the guy going, I don't want to do this. I don't want to hit you, but you make me do it. It's the only way I can keep you in check, sweetie. If you behave the way you're supposed to, if you were a better woman, I wouldn't have to beat you. I wouldn't have to hit you. I'm not trying to beat you. I hit you because you need it. You need that discipline. No other guy's going to give you that discipline and help you become a better person. I do it because I care. Why won't you let me love you the way I want to love you? Just let me love you, damn it. Jesus Christ.
Message. She's saying that Olivia is being abused by Ethan, no reason to believe that, and that Olivia should quit her job to help save other women. Which women? Nobody knows. Not important. Just make up crazy shit. Presumably Casey, Tron, and Denims, who are being sued, but they aren't being sued for being women. They're being sued for stealing content. She's tweeting out the...
That's not the narrative they would push. They would have you know that they're being sued because they're women, and that this lawsuit is frivolous, and it's just that rich Jew abusing his power. Oh, the constant victimhood mentality, dude. It's infuriating. Jesus Christ. She said she did that because that way it's not leaking DMs because it's just her side. That's still leaking DMs. In fact, it's even worse because now we don't get to see what the other side said. They don't get to defend themselves. So you get to, like, manipulate your audience into filling in the blanks. If you're showing the DMs, show the DMs. If you're only showing one side of them, then what did the other side say? Like, I don't understand how her audience can look at this and not go, that's us, and not go that this doesn't make you look bad. Like, it's sus when you only get one side of an argument ever. I don't understand how anyone can say they're going to leak DMs and show the argument and then only show one side of the argument and have their audience not question it. That's insane to me.
The lawsuit is frivolous, not true, and how she might have to foreclose on her house. But she doesn't tag Ethan in this. She tags AB as if he's paying the lawyer. Anisa is pumping her up. I love you, Casey.
Yeah, because they can't handle fighting against Ethan. They thought they could bully and manipulate AB, which is why they tagged him. Because they know that if they tag Ethan and make a claim, then he's going to respond to it, and it's just going to make them look bad. But maybe they can get AB to bend the knee because he's weak. Or at least they thought he was. I am so glad they were wrong. Dude, watching him just finally take the gloves off was, so fucking satisfying.
You're so smart. No, she's actually a complete fucking moron. Casey's currently being sued for copyright, and she's still watching TV show episodes when
She's still fucking doing that? Holy shit, she's dumber than I thought. Is she at least reacting to it, or is she still like sleeping through the shit? Maybe she's trying to justify it because, well, I can watch TV shows as long as I'm reacting. Maybe she thinks it'll help her case to react to copyrighted content so she can reference it in her case and go, see, I react to stuff and it's fine. It's fair use. These big companies didn't take me down. So why is he coming? But is that her plan? I can't figure out why you would do this.
Not even there. No.
Oh, never mind. She's not even there. Sorry, I pause-handed. Jesus fucking Christ. She ain't even at the screen, bro. She's still just like, just freebooting copyrighted content. Fuck this chick.
Reaction. These people like to sell that their core identity is being a woman or being...
No, she sleeps through and Twitch doesn't do anything. Yeah, I mean, I know that's what she used to do. I didn't think she would be that fucking dumb to still do it while actively being sued for doing it. But no, she's still... And you're doing it with like... multi-million-dollar, probably in some cases multi-billion-dollar corporations and actual copyrighted television content. You're lucky they haven't sued you yet, but she's inviting it now. You know, my God, how satisfying would it be if Ethan's lawsuit just like shines a light on this, and while she's being sued by Ethan, don't even wait until that lawsuit's over. While she's being sued by Ethan, it brings attention to what she's doing so other companies see it and it starts getting a bunch of attention. And then Warner Brothers sues her, or Paramount or Disney or somebody else is like, wait, we didn't know she was doing, and then they decide to jump in the lawsuit. Oh my God, how fucking sweet would that be? What I've learned is that she's an actual druggie and dumb as fuck. I mean, it's not hard to learn. She puts it right there on the screen on full display. I don't understand how anyone can watch any amount of her content and not immediately get that. I don't even need to see her smoking on stream to know she's a pothead just from the way she talks. I don't need to know. I don't need for her to show me her level of intelligence without immediately knowing she's an idiot. I can listen to her talk, follow her mannerisms and just her speech and be like, oh, this is a low IQ individual. Her elevator doesn't go all the way to the top. She's burnt the fuck out. You can hear it in her voice.
Being Arab, it's not, it's being a victim. Ethan replied to Caseytron saying the settlement is off the table. She's writing tweets about how she comes from an abusive household and that what he's doing is class warfare.
I come from poverty, drug abuse, and domestic violence. So I'm sorry that I do that shit? What are you telling me? Okay, that sucks. I've had firearms pointed at me defending my mother from abuse. Privileged people like Ethan AB. Why are you trying to weaponize this horrible trauma you've been through against me for something you did? You stole my content maliciously. Remember? You wouldn't be getting sued if you didn't.
No, it wasn't theft. It was fair use. You invited them to watch it. You dared them to watch it. It was free speech. You're abusing them. They got to find a way to be the victim. It's your fault, not theirs. If you didn't want them to watch the content, you wouldn't have made it. You made it for them because they're the main character. Obviously, you wanted them to watch it because you made it. That's why you made it, right? For us to watch. This is what you wanted. Why are you mad? We don't get it. We don't get it. We don't get it. This chick. She used to say years ago it was a character. Oh, it's so obviously not a character. The character part was her pretending to be a gamer girl. That was the character part. She's not a gamer girl. She's just a pothead. Also, the H3 Snark mod submitted a 500... Yeah, I saw they submitted a 500-page response to stop the discovery. They're not. That's not how that works. You can't... Once discovery is started, you can't just be like, hey, don't look into this, court. Pretty please, Your Honor, don't look into this, and then be like, you're right, we don't need to look into this in our case. We don't need to discover the things the case is about. We hadn't thought about it like that. Thank you for writing this 500-page report, Dark Viper. I mean, H3 Snark mods. I guess case closed now. This is so stupid. They are so scared of Ethan. I can't wait to find out who those people are, to get their identities finally out there in the public and watch him sue them. I'm still taking bets on whether or not any of the H3 Snark mods are actually Reddit employees or not. We'll see. I have a feeling there might be at least one in there.
Steal my content maliciously. I'm sorry all that traumatic stuff happened to you, but that doesn't mean you get to steal shit because you have trauma, right? Like, I'm sorry, that's just not how the world works.
Base?
And it wouldn't be an H3 drive.
They mentioned in the response that Reddit admins were helping them personally to hide their identities through free VPNs. I mean, they're going to keep saying that the Reddit admins are working with them or talking with them or told them that things okay. But they're basically just saying one of us is a Reddit admin. That's what I mean. I don't mean like Reddit admin worked with them. I mean one of them is a Reddit admin, at least one, which is how they're getting that permission and getting away with it. And they're almost outright saying it. Like you can kind of tell Ethan's little conspiracy theory might not be a conspiracy theory. It might actually be what's happening. Because I thought of it as a conspiracy theory when he first said it, but the more I see, the more that comes out, the more I'm like, holy fuck, he might be right. I can't find any other answer for why his H3 Snark subreddit is treated any differently than all the others. I don't get it. Like the more I look, the more you find out, the more that comes out about this, the more it sounds like, yeah, I think an H3 Snark mod might be in a Reddit admin. I think one of the administrators might be part of that subreddit, and they're abusing their power to protect that subreddit. That's what it sounds like. Like out of the blue and their own free will. Probably the pedo troll one. Yeah, and them jumping on him for the pedo troll thing is just, they are desperately trying to make that out to sound as bad as possible, which I'll admit, having an account called pedo troll sounds bad, but it should also be obvious. Without even reading a single fucking tweet from that account, it should be obvious just from the name that it's a troll account. It's dumb and childish, I'll give you that. But it was also back when he was not famous and new to the internet and desperately trying to, get attention. And he was willing to do anything for attention back then. Most people starting out are. Most people on the internet will do anything. Like, it's not uncommon to make troll accounts that do, like, crazy, shocking shit as the troll. That's how they're trolling people. And you can say what you want about it. You can say it's in poor taste, and that's fine. The internet was also a different place back then. And you can say what you want, that it's in poor taste or whatever, and that's fine. But you can't say it didn't work. It absolutely worked. H3's channel blew up partially because of his antics as the pedo troll. So it served its purpose. And then as soon as he got what he wanted out of it, he stopped doing it. If he was still doing it to this day, especially after having children and becoming a father, then yeah, you'd have some kind of argument there. But it was kind of a disposable account for him. He made an account, used it to get famous, it served its purpose, and then he forgot about it. He didn't delete it or nothing, he just forgot about it. So, they're desperately trying to blow that out of proportion, though. Reddit mods took down Trisha Paytas, Adam McIntyre's. Yes, they also took down Hassan. I believe even Destiny's came down. And it's not even like it's just them. There's people on the right. I think there was some snark subreddits for like Ben Shapiro, Matt Walsh, Jordan Peterson. Yeah, like I think there were some people on that side too that, yeah, if you're a public figure, everyone else's got taken down. Except for Ethan's. Make it make sense. Just make it make sense.
If iDubbbz didn't get involved, she immediately hopped onto the premise that H3 employees should quit their jobs over Palestine.
She does not care. I have to leave my job. She's drawn her line in the sand because she has the right to tell me how I provide for me and my family. Let me be clear. I don't care Israel, Palestine. I don't give.
Yes, dude. Gloves off AB has become my new favorite character on the internet. This is a man who is fed up and is done taking bullshit. He ain't fucking around anymore. You know what? AB, it's about fucking time. This energy should have been there on day one. Should have given them no quarter. But I'm glad we're here now.
Give a fuck. The world compared to my family.
And so this is why they're trying to say, like, no, I was not saying I don't care. I was saying that, like, none of that matters compared to my family. Like, I will take a paycheck working for anyone, regardless of their political stance, because my family matters more than anything else. That's what I was saying.
Okay, but how is it wrong? She gets mad over AB making a lot of money.
And also, this is an insane, weird thing to share. When there's videos of you doing a fucking $4,200 house apartment tour. I'm gonna say Palestine and Israel, and I only take the money for my family. Anyways, $4,200 LA apartment tour. Let's go.
Yeah, but isn't that for his family? Like, who's living in the apartment, dumbass? He took the money for his family and they got him an apartment for his family. What is he? I'm sorry, I don't understand. Is he donating the fucking apartment to Israel? Is he gonna allow Benjamin Netanyahu to roommate with him? What's the argument here?
Oh, look at my $4,200 apartment tour. Woo, let's go.
Who cares? Bro, Denim's also...
Or that. That's a good response too. Their audience cares, because their audience cares about this bullshit. It's all team sports stuff for them. Anything we can use to attack the other side.
Does OnlyFans. Denims, you work for someone who directly donated $11 million to AIPAC. Ethan's never done that. How can these people be this unself-aware?
Look, at the end of the day, they're mad because they couldn't.
They're self-admitted propagandists, dude. This is all part of the propaganda. It's what is propaganda? It's intentionally lying or misrepresenting the truth to paint a narrative. They outright tell people they're doing it, and people still believe them. It's wild. It's wild that anyone still believes anything that they say when they admit outright that, yeah, we're doing propaganda.
Couldn't get AB and Lena to quit.
Right.
Which was always their goal.
These people being so nasty is exactly why Ethan won't settle with them. They want to be seen as human rights activists, but look at what they're doing. Look at what they're saying. They're going after AB because he doesn't act Arab enough for them, which basically just means he doesn't agree with them on every single thing.
Like when he hears another Lebanese man.
Yeah, that's how this whole thing started, because Ethan wouldn't agree with Hassan on every single thing. They agree on 95, 96% of most things, but because Ethan wouldn't go the full way, he wouldn't go into the like crazy realm that Hassan is willing to go, well, he must be destroyed.
Man saying that like, yo, motherfucker, you fucked up, that hurts him more than someone else saying it. And I understand that. You know what I mean? I get it. I'm right here in Lebanon, where you wish you were. I'm out here getting bombed by fucking Israelis.
What? If you're out there getting bombed, why would anyone wish they were at the place that's being bombed? Why would he wish to be there if it's... Okay. I guess this makes you noble then, because you're dumb enough to stay at a place that's being bombed.
Where you're sitting comfortably in Los fucking Angeles.
If that's the case, I don't think AB wants to be in Lebanon.
Yeah, what the fuck? Yeah, how dare you sit comfortably and keep your family safe? What a piece of shit.
I have more of a fucking claim of being Lebanese and talking about this fucking crisis and this fucking genocide while you're out there fucking cosplaying as an Arab. And actually trying to cosplay as a white person. He's trying to... Anyways, AB wishes he could have my...
Yeah, pick a narrative. Is he cosplaying as an Arab or a white person? Because you guys keep like flip-flopping on that one.
Approval.
I'm the dude playing the dude disguised as another dude. That's AB. He's doing Arab face.
That's what he really wants.
Or he's an Arab playing a white guy playing Arab face? I don't understand. Make it make sense.
He wants me to be like, listen, guys, AB's one of us.
This guy's gross. They claim to be standing up for women as they are targeting and trying to manipulate Olivia because she's a woman. Ian and Anisa are so angry and spiteful, they wouldn't even help their old boxing coach's wife's agenda to end child marriage.
I think it was Kate specifically. She messaged me about this child marriage thing, and it was very importantly right after Michael Briggs requested that I be his guarantor on a loan to open like a boxing gym.
Oh no, he acknowledged the fact that you had money after you told him you were rich and that you were friends, and decided to ask his friend for a favor, and then his wife wanted help fighting against child marriage. What a piece of shit. How dare they trust me with all this? How dare they trust me to have their backs or to help them out? What pieces of shit, guys.
To Michael and Kate, this is like 5 months apart.
Why would you be mad for 4 months after?
Yeah.
He's saying he was mad because I asked him to be a guarantor, not a loan, a guarantor. He's like, I lost my ass on all this stuff. And first of all, if you constantly talk about how much of a millionaire you are, and then
really?
you're mad,
I don't think they are, by the way. I think they lost. I think they lost the vast amount of their fortune.
But I was short with him. I said, like, in no world would I ever be able to do that, because I wanted to express like very clear boundaries. And I did. I don't know how long later it was. I wasn't...
No boundary you've said has been clear. You guys are constantly moving the goalpost.
done being angry about it for sure. But Kate did message me about like a child marriage bill thing. And I didn't pass it along to Anisa. I looked at it and I closed it. I was just angry at them, and I was like, you know, f you guys, I'm not going to be boxing anytime soon. And yeah, I'm done with this shit. But at least for the child marriage thing, like,
if you were done with it, you'd stop live streaming and you'd stop making content. You're loving the fuck out of this attention, even though most of it is negative.
They didn't message Anisa about that shit. That was definitely a me thing. Me being like just kind of angry and uncaring about it. Like whatever.
You could have just said no to helping them out with the loan and still help them out with the child bride stuff. That's an option.
Yeah, you can still do the right thing without giving them, well, you wouldn't even be giving them money. You're just co-signing for them to get a loan. But yeah, you could have still like been like, you know what? Child bride's bad. I can help with that. Sure, I'll sign whatever you need me to sign, or, you know, I'll promote your petition or whatever. But I don't want to co-sign on, I don't want to help be responsible for a loan with you. Which, you know, fair enough. If you don't want to co-sign for a loan, even though it doesn't cost you any money, you are still kind of on the hook for that loan. I can get why you would say no to that. I'm going to be charitable to him and say, I can get why you would say no to that. I don't get why you would be mad that he asked, but I can get why you would say no to it because, yeah, sure. You know, if he can't make his loan payments, then you owe the money. You have to pay for him. You're the co-signer. Okay, fine, absolutely fine. I can get why you would say no. But to be offended that he even asked after you spent all your time bragging about your wealth and bragging about the fact that you guys were friends, you can't be mad when, you know, your friends ask their rich friend for help when they're in need, when he constantly brags about how rich he is and it's no big deal. You can't paint it out like you having money isn't a big deal and then make it a big deal when somebody's like, hey, well, can you share some of it? And they didn't even ask you to share the money. They just wanted you to share your name.
Believe in that screenshot, that the DM that she shared, right, to try to expose, you know, Olivia. Like she said in there that, oh, I care about women and, you know, children or girls. I'm just like, you're fake.
Being so mad about me asking not for a loan, but a guarantor for somebody that's supposed to be a millionaire,
Just say no.
Well, just say no.
Something.
But also,
something
you
nice.
can't tell me you're extremely mad about it, and then 4 months later, the latest I asked him was September. My wife asked him in January the following year, 2024, about supporting a bill. And he's still so mad that he can't even show the message to Anisa and just closes it. It's like, bro, how much did you hate us? And why did you hate us so much?
Because you're a Jew.
Somehow a worse activist than Hassan.
But I also might want to stream while Hassan's streaming because he deserves like a little competition, especially if people see me as like the white Hassan.
Hassan is already white.
You dumb.
Yeah, he's already the white Hassan.
Cracker bitch.
During Ian's stream, he has this lie counter. It gets to over 60 by the end of the stream, but he doesn't prove that anything is a lie. Most of the time, he ends up confirming it to be true.
Hard to get Ian to train because he doesn't like boxing. He doesn't like boxing him.
Well, that seems to be.
I do like boxing. I didn't like.
Like boxing how? Do you like boxing as in you're a fan of the sport of boxing and you like to watch it, or do you like actually participating in the act of boxing?
Boxing around you.
Then why did you hire him to be your trainer for 2 years in a row? Ian immediately follows this up with, yes, sometimes you gotta do stuff you don't like.
I don't know. I don't like, have these people never done something that they don't enjoy? Like, isn't that what like a lot of jobs are? You know, isn't that just like a lot of, you know, raising a child?
I think a lot of people actually do enjoy being parents.
Like there's a lot of things.
Yep. Being a parent is something you either enjoy or you learn to enjoy. Most people plan to have children and actually talk about it and enjoy doing it, and they like being parents. Otherwise, they don't be parents, and they, you know, there's some deadbeat dads out there, or, you know, parents who should have their kids taken away, sure. But I think most people enjoy it. I do.
That you might not enjoy, that has difficult moments, that you do because it's worth it, because there's something else that you're doing it for. I definitely didn't like boxing for the first week.
The white Hassan is the gayest thing I've heard all year long. Yeah, well, you know what, guys, I've been saying it for a long time. I mean, you know, the internet needs alternate versions of things, and that's fine. He can be the White Hassan. I've been saying it for a while. I know you guys don't hear my music, but I do some karaoke in the car. You know, I freestyle a little bit. I think of myself as the White Eminem. You know, and I think people that don't give me credit for that are pieces of shit.
But as it happened, like now I watch boxing all the time. I'm gonna watch the fucking Canelo Crawford fight next.
Yeah, watching it isn't the same as wanting to do it. I'm a huge fan of like John Wick and action movies. I don't want to go out and get into a gunfight. I want to watch him do it. That's different.
This upcoming Saturday. Yeah, I like boxing.
Nobody is talking about if you like watching boxing. They're talking about
thank you, Willie.
You training.
But yes, fucking nasty piece of shit like you make me not like it as much.
He was talking about how you didn't like boxing while he was training you. You're making it sound like he was telling the truth. Michael describes how he was almost fired for talking to Ian too sternly during a sparring session. Ian completely crashes out over this.
Did you screw you, Dad? I mean, Coach Mike. The fucking daddy issues, dude.
Say he cried?
We had to have a meeting.
Yeah. So after that, he was crying.
We had to have a meeting. How ridiculous is that?
I don't understand why are we doing a Mickey Mouse voice? Like, I don't understand how that changes any of this. What?
Men aren't supposed to have emotions, especially not sad emotions. It should only be anger. Emotion should only be anger with men.
He's so mad.
Yes, says the guy who's so mad. That's definitely not what he was saying at all, though. Jesus Christ, dude. Just stop, iDubbbz. Just stop making content. Oh, sweet. That's the big encore of one. Okay.
Afterwards was horrible because then we went back to the hotel and then they were eating at Denny's.
Yeah, his only comeback is to make a silly voice, and if I say the thing that he said, if I recap to you what happened or the thing that he said in a silly voice, then it'll discount it, and it'll tell people it's not serious. There you go. It's the only comeback I got. I can't debunk anything he actually said because he's not lying. But if I say it in a stupid voice, then people will just think he's lying, and then no one will want to listen to him. Yeah, that'll show him. God, I'm awesome. This is why people like my content, cops. I'm funny, guys. See, I don't have to say the N-word to be funny. Boom. Boom. Nailed it. Like, that's what goes through his head.
And they said, we need to have a meeting. So I have to go to Denny's. And they pretty much then talked about how they were going to have to fire me because I reminded...
Okay, we got to update the lie counter.
He just adds an arbitrary amount of lies every few minutes.
We got to be at around... in maybe 27, I think so. Oh, brother. Yeah, so Anisa and I do like Denny's. That is.
Yeah, he's not even counting. He's just like, it's gotta, I don't know, maybe 28, somewhere in there. I'm gonna do that from now on. Every time I react to iDubbbz content in the future, I'm gonna put a lie counter up at the top, and I'm not even gonna address it. I'm just randomly gonna keep changing the number and make it go up the more he talks, and not call out what anything is. And that'll be the joke.
Is something that we were guilty of. We love Denny's. But yeah, he said, I had to go to Denny's. He had to go to Denny's.
If you're hosting...
Oh no, we're doing the autistic thing of focusing in on individual words as if that proves or disproves something. We had to? Like we didn't have a choice? See, he's lying. Oh, okay, full up.
A meeting at Denny's, that means he has to be there, right? If you noticed, Ian is...
And yes, he has to go. He didn't mean you had to go. He meant he had to go. Because that's where you wanted to have the meeting, and you're the boss. Yeah, that's how that works. iDubbbz felted counter. The iDubbbz cuck counter. Every time he says something a cuck would say. Or I just keep making the number go up arbitrarily, because again, it's funny to me.
Is really into defending Denny's. He rewinds the video to try and show Michael lying, but it's over the smallest detail.
He was crying at the gym afterwards, and I said, and
he's framing this in such a way. I was able to keep it together in the gym. I was actually crying not outside the gym, in the car, away from the gym.
Oh, a little Freudian slip there. He was crying. He was crying in the car and outside the gym. He probably cried multiple times, is what I'm saying. It's not just the one.
I was like, oh, okay, now that I'm away from people, I'll let it rip.
I wasn't crying in the gym. I was crying outside the front door. I was in my car with the windows rolled down. It's just not relevant. You told him you would replace him if he didn't adjust how he talked to you. Now, Ian denies this.
They pretty much then talked about how they were going to have to fire me because I reminded Ian of his father when his father would yell at him as a kid.
We never used the word fire. We never used the word getting a different coach.
If you want to see the appropriate way to handle those feelings, there's a scene in the Walking Dead spinoff show with Daryl where he does that. He starts yelling at this little girl he's trying to save the same way his dad yells at him, and he like realizes it as he's doing it. And you know what? He didn't run off into the fucking woods to cry. He dealt with it like a fucking man. There's a right and a wrong way to handle that.
We never used anything that would imply that he was going.
And yes, The Walking Dead's still good, and I will fight you if you think otherwise. It did not fall off because they killed your favorite character. It's The Walking Dead. All characters die eventually. Get the fuck over it. That's the whole premise of the show.
To be fired.
But it sounds like the rest of that is true. Now, Ian's coach did respond to parts of this live stream, but the meeting wasn't recorded, so it's up to you on who you want to believe.
They were like, oh, we weren't going to fire him. Dude, you told me you were going to have to find another coach that could talk to you properly if I didn't change how I talked to you.
The most insane allegation to come from Ian's stream is Anisa claiming that Michael was a creep to her. She started off by writing in Ian's chat, "He wouldn't stop hugging me. It was really upsetting. I tried to push him off and I cried."
So basically accusing him of SAing you.
iDubbbz, can you explain why I was crying? Now, Ian is on live stream reading this chat, and he's like, yeah, sorry, Anisa, I don't remember any of this.
Being able to...
Anisa, you can come here and...
If he doesn't remember it, it didn't happen, she's lying. Or she's, like, misinterpreting something probably innocent and trying to reframe it as rape. Sorry, not rape. SA. Whatever. And you know what? In Anisa's mind, it probably was rape or attempted rape. So, I stand by it.
Explain it if you want, because I don't have a fucking recollection of it.
And she replies, nah, it's fine.
And also just...
Nah, it's fine. Almost got SA'd, but it's fine.
The story is Anisa changed the music at the gym. She got confronted on it by a different coach, and then she cried.
Anisa felt embarrassed because this guy, you know, it felt bad that, you know, he came in and just like kind of changed the music. And then Michael just went into his own like weird explanation.
How did this fairly much...
The explanation is it's a public gym. You guys weren't at a private gym and someone came in and changed your music. You came into the public gym to take over the music, and the other patrons got tired of hearing your emo crap.
Mundane story turned into allegations of Michael being a creep. Michael responded and he...
Yeah, you have to share the equipment. You have to share the things available to the public at a public gym. That includes the radio. You got to listen to your crap. Now somebody else gets to listen to theirs.
He seemed shocked by it.
She was mad that I wanted to change that Patty changed the music because I wasn't even the one that did it. Once again, I'm nice. I probably would have let her play that stupid shit. So Patty wanted to change the music, does change the music. She gets upset, starts talking shit about Patty. I stick up for Patty and told her music was 12-year-old emo music. As soon as that happened, I literally turned around because I was like, okay, let's do our pads. I was going to put her gloves on. She runs to the bathroom. By the time she comes out of the bathroom, she's bawling. She tries to leave to go to the car, and I see her go to the front door, but she realizes she doesn't have the keys to the car. So she has to come back. At this point, she's already crying. She's super sad. Once again, they don't know what the...
I mean, that's just a nice and courteous thing to do, is even if you own the things, if you understand that people are forced to be there, then you don't subject them to, you know, you try to share the radio and say, I do that in the car. I sometimes got to pick up, like, my kids' friends, like carpool. Sometimes I got to do the carpool thing and I got to pick them up for school. Like, I do that in the car. I don't force all those kids in my fucking car to listen to Metallica, even though Metallica's awesome and one of the greatest bands that ever existed. They're fucking 10-year-olds. They're not going to hear Metallica. So I listen to one of my songs, Then we listen to one of her songs. Then we listen to one of her songs. Then we listen to one of, yeah, like I do that Everybody Gets One thing. Everybody gets one. And then I give my daughter the phone. I put her in charge of the Spotify, play one of mine, and search up what the next girl wants to hear, and what the next girl wants to hear. And everybody gets some. You share. And when there's a public setting, you share the amenities. That's how public settings work. Even if you own the place, which they didn't own this gym, by the way. Anisa is in the chat being so cringe. Why doesn't she just stream with him? Because her ego's even more fragile than his. Like, he's the one with the humiliation fetish. She can't take being humiliated. So when it's time to say, this is how you can tell if they think they're in the right or not. If she thinks they're in the wrong and it's something they can be criticized for because she knows they're wrong, she makes iDubbbz say it on camera. If she thinks they're 100% in the right and that they're a victim, she'll be the one to say it. That's how you can tell.
Empathy is.
I mean, I do make them listen to Metallica, but not the entire ride to school. It takes like 20 minutes to get to school. 25 minutes, and then, we got to sit in the line at school. Depending on how early I get to the school, sometimes we're stuck in that line to drop the kids off for, 10, 15 minutes. I'm not going to make them sit through like 30, 45 minutes of Metallica. Like, I'll listen to one song, and usually I am kind of an asshole. I pick one of the longer, like 12-minute Metallica songs, so it takes up half the car ride, but when I really want to be an asshole. But I make them listen to some of my old school rock music back when they didn't auto-tune every fucking thing to show them what real music and talent sounds like. And then I give the phone to them, and I gotta suffer through, which, if you want to talk about fair, yeah, it's not really fair to me. I get one good Metallica song, and then I gotta listen through like 5 fucking shitty Gen Z songs because all these kids get a turn before I get one again. So they only gotta listen to one of my bad songs, and most of them have similar tastes, so the rest of the ride is just them enjoying their music. But yeah, whatever. The point is, everybody gets a turn. Like, my children understand how taking turns works is the point. And she's a grown-ass woman who doesn't understand to share the amenities. My kids understand that. The neighbors' kids understand. Their little friends understand that. Fucking 10-year-olds understand this. Sad but true than Lava Chicken. Dude, the worst one was, like, going from, like... I played Metallica's, like, All Nightmare Long, which is one of my favorite ones. I play All Nightmare Long, which is like 12 minutes, and then immediately my daughter thinks it's funny to play the song Peaches from the Mario movie, sung by Jack Black, which is intentionally bad. You're not supposed to like, Peaches, 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 Peaches. It's Jack Black singing poorly on purpose. It's so bad, and they just think it's hilarious. So to go from All Nightmare Long to that is it's a hard left turn. Okay, it's jarring.
See a woman crying, and I'm gonna feel bad. I go give her a hug because I'm like, hey, I'm sorry that you're crying. I didn't hug her to the point where she started crying. I felt bad, so I gave her a hug.
She was crying.
And I said, yeah, she was bawling. So I hugged her.
That's a crazy, malicious lie. The way she told that story is.
Yeah, it's manipulative.
Nuts. She's crying from the ox thing, and then she's making it sound like she's crying because you're like squeezing her and not letting her go.
The fact that Ian...
Yeah, she was crying before the hug, but she reframes it. See? And that's what they'll do. That's called a lie by omission, because they like to say, well, I didn't lie, and that's what happened. I cried, and he hugged me, and he hugged me and I didn't want him to hug me, and I cried. And it's a lie by omission. You left out when you started crying. You left out a key detail of a story, which is called lying by omission. If leaving out that detail reframes the story to make it look a different way, it's still a lie. Okay? Still a lie. The smile on Kate when they're talking shit about Ian and Anisa is hilarious. Yeah, because they basically they basically like, good, we're glad you were child sex trafficked. Yeah, they're pieces of shit. And she's probably enjoying the fact that their downfall is finally coming, probably because they treated them like shit for a long time and it seemed like no one cared, so they kept their mouth shut about it. Now, people are finally listening, and that's got to feel so good.
Ian tells the story pretty much the same way Michael does, makes me feel like she's lying.
Yeah, I did have empathy, and I went to hug her because she was a crying woman. You know who didn't try to hug her? Ian, because he has no empathy for his wife that's crying. He didn't even...
Yeah, she is just gleeful. You can tell an Asian's gleeful too when they're so happy their eyes don't even squint anymore. Nope, disavowed. That's not racist. Don't clip that out of context.
You remember it. You remember it. He doesn't.
I remember it perfectly. I tell Ian, I'm like, dude, I'm like distraught. I'm like, I didn't mean to make her cry that bad. Ian's like, don't worry about it. It's not a big deal.
I repeat, these people are so gross. Went after Ethan's kids for the CPS stuff, defended and laughed at death threats when skulls were sent to Ethan's house, implied that Ethan was abusing Olivia, and now this creep allegation against Ethan's boxing coach. But these people aren't just metaphorically gross, they're actually gross. They're talking about how Ian doesn't shower and he's sending pictures of his tongue to his boxing coach because he's afraid he's going to get sick. It's like, yeah, brother.
Because he doesn't brush his teeth.
Toothpaste, hygiene, soap, it goes a long way.
So he would smell so bad that when he comes back in the afternoon to train, he doesn't shower in between his sessions. And so like the coaches that are training other, members there would just like look at us with the weirdest face, Like, and Michael would try to take Ian to the corner where there's not a lot of members of the gym so they don't have to smell it.
I tried to take him to the open doorway for the first event where he was talking about getting tonsil stones.
Ew.
And he was saying he was going to get strep throat because he had tonsil stones.
Ew.
And I said, Ian, tonsil stones don't cause
fucking double legendary drop. Let's go.
Strep throat. Tonsil stones are because you're not brushing your fucking teeth. And so he was like, oh, okay, hygiene.
Like, it's tough.
Hi, Jane? Hi, who's Jane? What is this? Why are you telling me about this girl named Jane? I don't understand. No, hygiene. Who's Jean? Why do you keep telling me about other people? I'm the one with the tonsil stones. No, hygiene. I'm not Jean. He doesn't get it.
I'll give you the stinky. The stinky is okay because honestly, I was a little stinky when I was training for boxing. I'm not gonna fight it. In between going to the first boxing session at the start of the day and the next boxing session at around like 4 or 5 o'clock, I didn't always get to the shower.
I didn't always get to the shower.
Look at it! Look at it!
So I will accept the stinky label.
I'm ugly and I'm proud.
Good. Yeah, fool. Like, you need to brush your teeth and use like.
Wait, hold on. That shouldn't be something you need to hear from your boxing coach. Brush your teeth.
Yeah, it's almost as if I didn't need to hear it. When it's so crazy, it almost doesn't seem real. It's because it's not real. It's a lie.
Okay, so it didn't happen. But then he immediately admits that it did happen.
She sent us a photo of his tongue. And she said, oh, I think he might have like bad breath and it's causing
tonsil. She said tonsil stones.
Hold on. Why did she send you a picture of his tongue?
They thought it would show us that he was gonna get strep throat.
Yeah, so he couldn't.
And I'm like, because they were trying to say he's gonna get sick before the event, and it can happen if you train too hard before.
Yeah, again, I think they're essentially just saying that we were worried about me getting sick. Like, we were really worried about me getting sick because I had been, avoiding it.
Yeah, he's also saying that you getting sick is your fault because you have bad hygiene. And that's not a friend you have named Gene. That's your ability to wash yourself, since you don't seem to understand what it is.
For a while, so it was scary. It was scary that maybe this event wouldn't, go well.
Why are you guys sending pictures of your tongue to your boxing coach? Like, what's he supposed to do about it?
But we weren't training too hard for him to get sick.
Yeah.
Well, it doesn't matter. You can get sick from anything. You don't need to be training to the point of exhaustion for you to get sick.
But you weren't sick, so why are you doing this? A lot of the stories the coach tells, Ian denies. Like I said, he said, she said stuff. But some of the things Ian says just gives me a headache.
One time we ended sparring, and afterwards everybody's hanging out, and she walks up to Ian and she goes, "You're hungry."
Yes.
And then so they had to leave because Ian was hungry.
I mean, tell me you're not married without telling me you're not married.
Ian.
He's literally sitting next to his wife in the video you're watching. I can't, dude. I can't. What? Are we communicating with him across the multiverse? Like, is he literally living in a different reality? Like, is he just crossed over and, like, he's having trouble adapting? Like, what? This is the worst attempt at gaslighting I've ever seen. He's delusional.
And everyone here is married. AB's married, Ethan's married, Michael's married, even I'm married. It's not normal for your wife to tell you when you're hungry. Are you 5 years old? Does she change your diaper too?
Yes. Yes, I believe she does. He wears a diaper when he sits in the cuck chair and watches her have sex with her boyfriend, and then she changes it after they're done. And if he was smart, he'd film that and make it their OnlyFans content instead of filming whatever the fuck this is.
I just want to ask him if you've always been shitting
It would somehow be less embarrassing.
in your pants.
The biggest criticism for Creator Clash 2 was that it was a charity event that raised no money for charity. They were allegedly $500K,
which is a fair criticism,
in the hole before the event took place.
He's like, our brand is at stake. We're $500,000 in the hole right now. And we're like,
I wish I knew that. I wish I knew that at that time. I think a lot of the fighters would have liked to have known that.
Anisa gets on the mic and she's like, actually being $500K in the hole was an awesome accomplishment. We were way ahead of the first Creator Clash.
I just want to, like, because I'm the one who is, like, seeing the back end. This part of it really pissed me off with Harley saying, like, we would have really liked to know. Being $500,000 in the hole year 2 is actually amazing. Year 1, we were $1 million in the hole before the event, and that's normal because production, broadcasting, renting the arena, paying fighter purses, all of these things cost money. Second year, we are actually less in the hole. All the sales come in 48 to 24 hours, so nobody needed to know that we were in the hole. It's normal business.
If it's so great and normal, then why are you freaking out to Michael about it?
2 weeks before the fight, I'm like, we need to do your 2-a-days. And I said, my brand is at stake. Well, he went and told Anisa that I told him my brand was at stake. So the next day she comes into the gym super mad and she's like, our brand is at stake. We're $500,000 in the hole right now.
Ian's stream is very ticky-tacky. You focus on one word and then act like the entire statement is a lie. He's getting offended over...
Yeah, all of their arguments and, you know, like, stuff against him. It's all this semantics nitpicky bullshit, which is usually the tactic that someone does when they know that they have no argument and they're wrong.
Memes, sound bites.
She said too much dumping in here. You guys, stop. This is not what podcasting is.
It isn't what podcasting is.
Says the guy whose podcast barely gets 300 views.
They think that that's a fucking hilarious line, but they talked about their dog and shit, having Giardia and all this other crazy shit on their podcast.
On your podcast, your wife revealed that you poop your pants.
You can't talk about your dog getting sick on a podcast? That's too much? That's the line? Dude, your own wife talks about you shitting your pants.
Yes!
How is the dog too far? But there is a glimmer of hope. Ian is officially stating he's against the false CPS calls, and he's doing it by rewriting history.
CPS getting called on Ethan is not a good thing. I condemn it.
Bro, if you just said that from day one, you wouldn't be in this...
Yeah, like, oh my god, it took you this long to say it. Like, you fought so hard not to say that, and now you've dug this hole, and now you're saying it. Like, at this point, just stand on business and don't say it. I mean, you've come this far. It's not like saying it now is going to help. We're way past that, dude.
Predicament.
Putting people in a position of like, okay, make a public statement about us, or you're now on our harassment radar. It's fucked up. And people ignoring like that wasn't what was happening is so stupid. That was happening, very obviously. Our podcast got bombarded by his viewers.
You guys should be happy with any viewers you can get. Are we all...
For real.
Just supposed to forget that you supported the CPS calls? You said you're glad you didn't defend them.
You're a 7 million, almost 7 million sub YouTuber. You're a YouTube legend. You help invent a genre. There's zero... I am someone no one knows exists. There is no reason that you should be doing the same numbers as me for some of your live streams. Just no reason.
To be honest, I'm very proud that I didn't immediately jump to Ethan and Neela's defense, because when you look into the story, it actually looks a lot for Ethan and Neela. And I do mean that literally.
He was proud that he didn't condemn the false CPS calls because Ethan talked about his dog and kids getting sick. Look how much he's lying.
CPS getting called on Ethan is not a good thing.
The question is, which part is he lying about now? Because you have to go, okay, he was either lying in that content cop and he knows it's a bad thing and he was just saying that because he's mad at him, or he's lying now and he is secretly glad that it got called on him. He just knows that admitting that would make him look worse than Ethan, so he can't admit it. Which one do y'all, here, poll in chat, which one do y'all think it is? Do you think he's glad that they got called and just can't admit that anymore because he knows that he's lost? Or did he know it was bad from the beginning, and the lie was in the content cop when he downplayed it? Which one was the lie? Downplaying it or admitting it now?
I condemn it. And when other people see that he's talking about his children getting giardia from dog poop, people are quite reasonably concerned. And so, yes, anyone who's seeing that content might be concerned enough to call CPS.
These people are champagne activists. Yeah, we care about children. Ethan's children. Meanwhile, they're ignoring supporting a child marriage bill. They falsely accuse the coach, lie about him getting...
True. You're in support of Ethan's children, whom you don't like, but we're completely ignoring the fact that you openly refuse to support a child marriage bill.
Paid to talk bad. Pressure Olivia because she's a woman. Pressure AB because he's Arab. What about this is activism? You're just trying to make your former friends unemployed. Ian describes himself as a very stoic person.
It's very obvious. I thought more people would be able to catch on. I am quiet, stoic, not talkative.
Actually, you're too talkative. Feel free to shut up.
There are still...
Yeah, you're literally famous for commentating on things. You created the commentary genre. Talking about shit is all you do.
People accusing her of cheating, accusing me of being in an abusive relationship. None of this is true. And there is no evidence for any of this except, like, I guess body language experts coming on and being like, iDubbbz is being stoic here, therefore he's in hell.
That's a very funny word to use to describe your role in your relationship, since the definition is someone who endures hardship without complaining. But then again, I wouldn't describe any of these people as stoic. These people are cry bullies. They cry out victim as they hit you, and then they all come together and pat each other on the back. Dad has since been challenging Ian to a boxing match, saying it would help them both make up lost money from Creator Clash.
I talked to Misfits, and they're talking about like big money that would change my life for a very long time. And I feel that Ian, you know, who couldn't use money when you're grinding on the internet all the time, it's hard to earn a living. He hasn't responded. I texted him. You guys saw.
Ian's been texting Dad back to kick rocks. Then Ian goes on Millhouse's show where Millhouse tries so hard to suck Ian's cock the entire time.
I always want to defend you guys. Like even the stuff with like Dad right now. Like someone's trying to give you like, dude, Dad has been trying to farm clout off of this for the last like few weeks, ever since Creator Clash was canceled.
So when he says I'm farming clout off of Ian, I guess that's his way of negating my valid complaints that I was involved with Ian for 3 years heavily, and then Ian really blew that all up. So I would naturally be...
Dude, I fucking hate these crystal bitches. Like, they purposefully keep, like, putting the crystals where I can't hit them, and by the time I break them... Look at this. He's rolling around, like, in my face. Like, what am I supposed to do against this? And I can't hit that crystal. He's got one on his paw. Like, look at that. I can't even see it. And if I don't break them all fast enough, they grow back. This is bullshit, man. I'm gonna run out of ammo.
Be upset.
Dad spent 3 years working for Creator Clash. He's literally in debt due to Creator Clash 3 failing, and these valid complaints are being written off as him being immature.
His behavior hasn't been cool. Like, he's been literally talking shit about you guys. He's been contributing to the negative attention.
Don't want to give him my attention in general. Like, I think he's been an asshole. So fuck him.
It's not Dad's fault you turned a charity boxing event into a political statement about a war in the Middle East and justified harassment towards a family of 5. Believe it or not, most people think that makes you the asshole. Ian has since done another live stream where he does more lying, more rewriting of history, more playing victim, and we will get to that in part 2. So subscribe to the channel.
Oh yeah, there's gonna be more content. Damn it. Thank you, Willie. Jesus fuck. I'm glad Willie's doing the Lord's work and actually watching these live streams, because I do not have the time to go through them, but holy fuck. Alright. I'm going to lock in for a second and turn on the AC, because it's getting hot in here, and we'll do this boss fight, and then hopefully by the time that's over, I can move on to the next piece of content. But if you guys enjoyed that one, be sure to subscribe to the channel. And like the video or dislike the video. I don't care. Engagement's engagement. Leave me a hate comment or free Palestine or whatever. I don't give a fuck. Anyway, thanks for watching this.